Okay, and then it's on that one.
Oh.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with my visual aid. It's a chart basically showing each stage of maintaining the friendship. Okay, so everyone has or has had a best friend, and you guys have started out as strangers at some point in your life. And you may not know where exactly to start to find your best friend. We each have to start off with by scratch when we first start finding a friend. You may have met your best friend through school, work, or an acquaintance. Luckily for us, researchers have done studies to see what the developmental stages of becoming friends are. So I'm here to inform you all of the stages of development, starting with how they're formed, then going to how they're maintained, and ending with how they end or continue on. So the first area I'm going to address is how they're formed. So it all starts with at least two people that have no clue who the other person is. We all need somebody to count on. We all need that one person that we can turn to for everything. So we're starting to look for them as soon as we learn how to speak. You may have heard some stuff about the person around the school, or maybe you just liked how they looked or something, so you decided to go and talk to them. It all starts at the ages from 0 to 3. That's when you first start to look for somebody to become friends with. And you start to play alongside of them instead of playing with them. So you're not really understanding the whole friendship type process. So you're at the developmental stage. You're at the initiation stage where you're trying to observe one another, but you're not fully getting to know them just yet. So say you met at school, you become an acquaintance with this person, you start to have lunch with them, you start to speak with them, but only when you're at school. You don't really hang out outside of school. You don't know them well enough to say that you're friends. This is coming from Mark Knapp. The stranger stage of the friendship development process is defined by the lack of awareness of another's existence. The lowest and most important, the birth of the friendship, and that's according to Jermaine Tucker. After the acquaintance stage, you become friends. You start hanging out outside of school. You start to really get to know them, trying to see if you share interests according to Knapp. Trust is you're trying to make sure you can trust the person, see if you really want to keep them around for the long run. This is when you're trying to form an attachment with the other friend. Once you reach the acquaintance part, you're trying to make a good impression on the other person. So, like Jermaine said, a good impression will lead to continued interaction, which opens the doors to the next stage in the process. Moving on from how it's formed, you have to maintain it. So you have to maintain the relationship or it's going to fall apart. This is when you start to really share everything and you're intensifying the relationship according to Knapp, finding things and making them official. So you're starting to share personal information about your family or your past, things like that. There are 10 ways to really keep a relationship together, how to maintain the relationship. According to Andrew Bonner's article, 10 Ways to Make and Keep a Friendship, there's 10 simple rules you have to follow. Make it a health issue, embrace quantity over quality, ride out transitions, expect and even embrace false starts, commit to community, focus on follow-up, avoid technology traps, develop momentum, and end poisonous relationships, and finally remember the little things. Each step is important in its own little way to guiding your friendship. I'm not going to go over every single one of them just because there's 10 of them, and that's kind of a lot. But Andrea gives a few examples as to why making a health issue is important. So it helps with your immune system actually, and it will actually help with your life expectancy as well. Friends are a really important aspect in life. With writing out transitions, you may be starting a new family or you have school, you may be moving to a new place. So you kind of have to attempt to still keep your connection together while going through all of that and not falling apart in the process. You need to develop momentum. So set a specific time each month for a meetup with this person. So not every friendship lasts forever, obviously, but some of them do. And you need to end the ones that are good for you. So we spoke about how we set up, or how the friendship is formed, how it is maintained, and how it's ended. Do you guys have any questions?
When it comes to, you said something about toxic relationships with different friends, how would you recommend on getting that person a relationship out of your life?
It all just depends on what exactly is happening. Like, say if you get into an argument over how to raise a dog, for instance, and they just keep going at it, and it's all just because you leave the dog home alone for 4 hours, and it's a brand new puppy. So if you wanted to get them out of your life because they won't stop nagging you about be around the dog more, be a better dog parent, whatever, kind of just veer away from them, ignore them, block them off of stuff, like get away from them. Any other questions?
What would you say is the most important developmental stage of friendship?
That probably being honest with the person is probably the most important part. But keeping in touch while still going through everything during life, like when you're still trying to make the family and go to school and everything like that. Keeping in touch is really a big aspect for friendship.
Now, with the developmental chart that you had passed around to us earlier, it kind of seems like it's geared more towards younger children. Would an adult follow that same path, or is there a different path you think an adult would follow?
I believe it's still an adult would follow the same path because you still have to bond with them. You still have to make your you still have to bond with the person basically, and you have to bring excitement to the friendship. So I think it'd still be about the same. Okay. Thank you.